You will recall that Jesus, at the Last Supper, when they were all assembled, said to them, "You know where I'm going." And Philip said, "Where are you going?" "We don't know where you're going." Philip, he said, "I've been with you." Then he told them, "I am the way, the life, and the truth." Now Jesus is saying, He is the bread of life. The life that we live, He is the food for it. So every time we come for Mass and receive Jesus, we are given strength to live our life in His way, in His truth, which will set us free and will make us walk the path of love, because He is love. And where there is love, there is always the ability to suffer. If you look at any one of us, if we love something, we will have to suffer for it. But when we do suffer, we must unite that suffering to Jesus so that it is redemptive. The person for whom you are going through all this is also going to experience redemption, because in this they will see Jesus, who is doing the will of the Father, and we are cooperating with Him. And so this is awakened in us, that the Father has sent Him, that He is with us, and that He is experienced in our compassion and concern for others. And for this, we have to suffer. Now, suffering is not only that way, but many levels of sufferings we will have. Whether you're young or old, you could suffer physically. Something has happened to you. The other day, there was a lady who was crying very bitterly, saying, "My grandson, he's just 13 years old and they have to amputate his legs because at birth, it is not because of him, he got diabetes and very high. So much so that gangrene set in on his legs." And she was saying, "What is this, Father? Young boy, and he's going to be like this." That's the way we see it. We have no hope in such moments. It is very trying. But it is precisely in these moments that we have to surrender it to the Lord. And He will take it up. He will have His way. We don't see it because we can't see it. It is only in faith that we believe, and He says, "Anyone who believes in me will not thirst, and anyone who comes to me will not hunger." Let us ask for this grace. But today I'd like to tell you about the second Pope after Peter. Who was he? He was called Anacletus. Then there was a little bit of a misunderstanding, because over time they were calling him with the short form Cletus. So they thought that Anacletus and Cletus were two different persons, two different popes. But that got sorted out. Now, he ruled for a long time, for 12 years, when there was this heavy persecution. So Domitian, when he was emperor, he did him away, he martyred him. But what did he do in Rome? You see, the two places where Peter and Paul were martyred, he built a memorial there, a small little chapel. And those chapels are still there, because now the big churches are built over them. There are 3-4 structures which have come up. And it is still there. If you go, they'll take you right down and show you what this Cletus had done at that time. So this was one of his contributions. Now, my dear sisters and brothers, let us combine all of this. Let us remain centered on Jesus. And as I've always been telling you, please, before you go to bed, just surrender your thoughts, your feelings, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. Don't keep it in you, keep it in Jesus. And you will have a peaceful rest. But not only that, He will work internally in you and undo these evil structures, patterns, scripts of behavior. And by morning, remain united to Him. Take the rosary and go over each bead. By the time you finish, Mother Mary will also intercede for us and will become more united to Jesus. We come to Him at every breath. He comes to us at every breath. So we will have whatever He has said to us fulfilled and rejuvenated in Him. Let us all hold our hands like this, keep our backs straight, close our eyes. And in this, yesterday we were focusing on humility, but in simplicity, let us be present to Him, and He will do the rest for us to make us conform to Him, in whom we are cells of His body.